it's getting cold, you're needing a shoulder, puff out your chest and be a little bolder. All we do is we buy and hold. There will be shills who wanna steal your thrills. There will be friends who hold till the end. There will be doubt, fear and cloud, but it's all in your head. Those hedges are dead. Panic and fear really are near, but it's not ours to own. We have shown that all we do is buy and hold. Oh, there will be shills who wanna steal your thrills, and there will be friends who hold till the end, and there will be doubt, fear and cloud, but it's all in your head. Those hedges are dead. So when the night's getting colder, you're needing that shoulder, these apes got your back, we got each other. All we do is we buy and hold.
Shove up that deck, get off my neck. Content strike, ain't got me a check. Rope a dope so, oh ha ha. Jerry was so mad, ain't got no money, ain't got no honey. Just really plain sad. Jerry, are you okay? Are you okay, Jerry? STD, touchdown, had to let you go. Over leverage with compliance and shame. Touch yourself, cause you got no game. Let's say, why are you so mad? Oh, ha ha. Jerry, why so mad? Ain't got no money, ain't got no honey. Just really plain sad. Jerry, are you okay? Are you okay, Jerry? Touchdown, had to let you go. Over leverage with compliance and shame. Touch yourself, cause you got no game. Then say, why are you so mad? Oh, 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 ha, ho. Jerry, why so mad? Ain't got no money, ain't got no honey. Just really plain sad. Jerry, are you okay? Are you okay, Jerry? Jerry, why so mad? Ain't got no money, ain't got no honey. Just really plain sad. Jerry, are you okay? Are you okay, Jerry? STD, touchdown, had to let you go. Over leverage with compliance and shame. Touch yourself, cause you got no game. Let's say, why are you so mad? Oh, ha ha. Jerry, why so mad? Ain't got no money, ain't got no honey. Just really plain sad. Jerry, are you okay? Are you okay, Jerry? Jerry, why so mad? Ain't got no money, ain't got no honey. Just really plain sad. Jerry, are you okay? Are you okay, Jerry? Jerry, why so mad? Ain't got no money, ain't got no honey. Just really plain sad. Jerry, are you okay? Are you okay, Jerry?
Living life on the open road, ain't got no home, just a van for mine. Long beard hanging down, taking AMC, it's all about the line. No ties, no suit and tie, just dark circles round these tired eyes. Sipping coffee, crunching numbers, technically analyzing. Windows roll down, opening my head,
Good evening, you filthy apes. Welcome to AMC with KC, where we buy, we hold, and we screw those edgies. Screw them! That's right. This is where we like to fling poo and eat crayons for breakfast. Rock strong. Good evening, guys. The One radio show has a special guest on a space call tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m., which means I'm not going to be doing my live stream because I'm going to be there helping to support him and his special speaker that he has there, and maybe asking questions or maybe even participating, or maybe I just listen. Who knows? Who knows what I'm going to do? But I haven't committed to anything. I know that I'll be there because I know he has a special guest, so I want to be supportive of that. I'm going to head over to the back of the Big Tramp, and while I do that, I'm going to go ahead and clean off my glasses because that's what I normally do. But let me head over there real quickly here because I got a conversation that I got to have with the JJ. So I'm in the back of the Big Tramp now, and I got to wait for the JJ to show up. Eventually, that Jerry will show up. He always does. Someday. Audio Tits, good afternoon, good evening, good night. If I don't see you later. Censored content, pirate, quack, good evening.
Morning.
I know, I want to say morning because it's just three and a half years of doing that. It's like, I feel like saying morning.
I even
Good
said
morning,
that just this morning.
Let's just
You did
keep
what
it
now?
going. Good morning.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I let you say good morning whenever you jump in here.
Look,
How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. I'm hanging in there. I'm a little tired. I did take some medication today before coming onto the live stream. So if I start getting loopy or spacey before this is over, you'll know why. I took some of that really good stuff. So
Unacceptable. That's completely unacceptable.
yeah, well, the doctor prescribed it, so I'm taking it, and I'm kind of hurting still. So, and I do have another appointment, by the way, with him. Friday. They asked me to come back in on Friday, so still a little bit of bleeding going on, but whatever. The JJ's here, and the only reason I wanted you in here is because I wanted to let you know that I knew Spirit was going to end up going bankrupt, and you want to know how I knew that?
Oh, whoa! I've been flying all day. I didn't even know this happened.
So, do you want to know why I knew?
I can't believe it. You didn't know.
Yeah. I thought for
No.
sure. I thought for sure you would be coming on here just so that you could rub it in my face that my Spirit budget line airliner has
Stick a fork in them. They're done. Yeah, they announced it this morning. Stick a fork in them. They're done.
Do you want to know, JJ, how I knew that Spirit was done a long time ago?
It was costing too much in jiu-jitsu lessons for the fighting in the airport.
No.
Oh,
They actually started sharing the airport main terminal with a bunch of really upper class flights, and so I was like, "Oh yeah, this is gonna." Once they left my backyard porch on the other side of the airport, where all those pories over are there, I was like, "Oh, this is not going to end well for the pores." Us pores over there on the other side of the other airport. It's like as soon as I saw that happen, I was like, "They're done for. They're not going to be able to afford that upgrade."
Yeah. Well, I'm surprised, to tell you the truth, because I thought they were supposed to get picked up by, there was thoughts that they were going to merge with Frontier, and then there was also, the Gambit. It sucks because there's, all those guys don't have jobs now, and I've probably flown with 5 or 6 former Spirit guys in the last 5 months. They love the airline. Just, they saw the writing on the wall.
Yeah. Well, speaking of writing on the wall, on the page right here, I don't know if you guys are seeing it or not, but those sure look like some cat ears to me. They look like cat ears that are after a run-up that went up to about 477 today on AMC, and then dropped back down to about 462, and then we had some cat ears. Yesterday, what price did I tell you guys yesterday we were going to be hitting? You guys remember?
I remember the GME one. I was ready for GME.
You said you're 444. Oh,
I said
494
490. I think it was 490 was the number I gave you guys, and then we hit 487. And I thought we would close. I thought it would pull back to about 480 and close out the day at 480. So I got the 480 wrong.
But the 490, I was off by like 3 pennies, and I was like sitting there going like, why? But they did. They closed this out at 456. I mean, what's max paying for the week? It's 450, right? So there's no way they were going to let that stay up there at that 490 price point. But those 490s, I bet those $5 calls were just sitting there just salivating, waiting for it to hit, and then it never got there. But yep, 480 was my price prediction for the close, but the 490 was the number that I had said that I thought that we would see price jumping up to. And then I said that we would probably see GME go down. Now, I was telling you that I thought GME was going to trip SSR today, and that didn't happen either. But we did see price dropping 28.22 was the top, and then it ended up closing down for the day 1.42% at 26.46. I still think that 10% drop in GME is in play. I just don't know what's going to happen today. Today, what really looked like to me was trying to get price and volume under control. So, if you were to take a look at like the day-over-day volume on GME, they've managed to get volume to basically close out almost exactly the same day-over-day. So they had 18.9 million shares that were traded yesterday, and then today it was 18.3. So they've got volume and price movement under control now, because they literally are closing price down a little bit lower than the day before and keeping volume roughly about the same. So that 10% drop is probably really, really, really close to happening. Here's the analysis, I think, from a bigger picture here. We're seeing a little bit of consolidation in a range between like 25.27 and really like 28.14 is kind of that range that we're seeing happening right now. You'll see we've got a blue line at 26.66. That was the synthetic price failure reset from the bottom that they last had. So a synthetic price failure reset was definitely occurred at this time here, which means that at any given point, a 20% drop in price from the high of 28.78 is in play. So if I were to put in 28.78 as a value, let's see what a synthetic price failure would be. 28.78, and we're going to say a 19.5, because that's where I kind of start counting those. So times 0.195 is 561 off of the 28.78. So we're looking at like somewhere around $23.16 is about where we're looking for a pullback to on GME at some given point. Now, the interesting thing about that, and I haven't ran the numbers for the day today, but I bet you Max Payne has probably gone up from the $22 that it was yesterday to probably like 22 and a half, maybe 23. I'm going to guess it's gone up to at least 22 and a half. Let's check it out and see real quick here, just for fun.
I think we're calculating
Nope,
22.
It's still 22. Yep. Still right at 22. So that's still even $1 higher than where Max Payne is at. So even if they don't get the price pulled back down to that range before the end of the week is over, they're still going to be a buck higher. So what I would really be watching out for those of you guys who are paying attention to this stuff, really be watching out for those call options at 25 to start closing. If those $25 call options start closing at any given point tomorrow, which you know they will, I mean, they're in the money right now. They're in the money by almost $1.50. If those start closing tomorrow, you're going to start seeing that price drop pretty rapidly because that means that it shows the market has no faith in keeping the price at where it's at or higher. And so you're going to see a lot of those call options that were there, and I'm not sure how many occurred throughout the day today, but we can go through that and take a look at those in just a little bit here. But I'm almost betting that those are going to be closing. I heard today through the grapevine that 7,000 or 8,000 of them, I think, closed out today. So, and I think there was like 29,000 or so. So, but we'll have to take a look at see what open interest is tomorrow and all that kind of good stuff. But yeah. So, anyways, do you guys want to do some catching up first? Or do you want to go straight to numbers and then catch up? Anybody? Am I still alive?
Through the numbers.
Up to you.
Numbers?
Yeah.
All right.
Can you hear us?
I can now. I couldn't a second ago. I don't know what happened. But, all right. Let's do some numbers. You'll see my big old forehead because I forgot to put on my hat. Let's see here. I'll take you guys over to the other page here. Remember, I'm not going to be able to see what it is you guys are saying, so hold those personal thoughts, comments, questions, and concerns until you see the big tramp back up on the screen again. Two-factor authentication. Man, that somebody's got to get rid of that guy's forehead. I'm going to start that thing is embarrassing. Price prediction tally points. Just kind of, I know they say 4 across the board right now. Nana got an extra bonus point yesterday for her price prediction because it was unique by more than 10 cents, and price closed within, I think it was like 4 pennies of where she had predicted price, and I think she may have done that again today. Let me see here. Nana. Yeah, because she went with the same price prediction for a close for the day today, which had her at 460, and we closed at 456. So, and nobody picked a price, so she's gonna end up having 2 bonus points this week, back-to-back days. So she's just killing it this week. All the rest of us are, we're getting points, but we're not anywhere near where she's at. So yeah, there's that. Moving on. Short exempt volume for AMC for yesterday came in at 149,000 shares. And I think I already told that to you last night because I looked it up. And I can look up today's because we already are past that point in the data where I can look that up now. So give me just 1 second and I will pull that up. I have to do this in manual lookup because you can't find it on Stocko Tracker. But the short exempt volume for today, what was AMC's volume at? We had 20.29 million shares traded today. It's not bad. It's pretty decent. Let's see here. AMC, 277,000 shares in short exempt volume. So tomorrow morning, when I would have normally read you the numbers, it's going to be 277. Not a bad number. Let's take a look at utilization, see what that went up to. Utilization on AMC is at 30.66%, so we're seeing that continue to rise, which means more shares are still being borrowed. Day-over-day price change, AMC was a net 0 price change. And in the aftermarket hours right now is up 0.65. Moving on, Max Pain. I know I'm probably blinding you guys with my forehead. I'm sorry. Max Pain. Let's see where we're at here. All right, AMC was $4. $4. No, I'm sorry. It was $4 2 weeks out from now yesterday. So let's see what it is today. It's $4.50. It was $4.50 this morning when everybody woke up. 11.22 is $4.50, and now 11.29 is $4. GME's Max Pain, 22 for this week, so that didn't change any from yesterday. Next week is 21.50. I think that might have come up a little bit, and then 11.29 is $21. I think that's the same as where it was. So we're starting to see Max Pain starting to move up a little bit week over week, which is good. Ooh. Good evening, Yucca. Exchange traded volume for the day today. We had approximately 62.93% of our volume traded through off exchanges. EDGX was at 7.55. That's 70.48% of the volume for AMC went through those exchanges, which is approximately 6.48% higher than what I would expect. So we definitely had some price discovery loss to volume going through those exchanges. LTSE traded 15,547 shares, which is elevated but not really super high. CHX volume for the day was 22,110. Definitely elevated but not over 30,000. So they're elevated numbers, but just not really super high. Borrowed shares in the last 24 hours. According to IBKR. And let me see if I can find all the data here. Excuse me. 2045. 3.2. So only returns. Eight 800,000 shares were borrowed today through IBKR. There's 2.8 million shares available to be borrowed. The fees are at 0.58 and a rebate of 4%. On GME, exchange traded volume LTSC was 51,909 shares. Massive amounts of shares being returned today. CHX volume, 2,608 shares. Nothing unusually large on that. Taking a look at borrowed fees, 2045. Since 2045 yesterday to now, we have 800,000 shares as well. So the same amount of shares borrowed on AMC and GME. Where there's 2.9 million available on GME, with fees at 0.43 and a rebate of 4.15. Institutional ownership. Yesterday on AMC was being reported at 126.245 million. Today is being reported at 154.501. These are big numbers. How much does anybody want to? How much you guys want to bet that institutions are claiming that they have a whole bunch of shares right now so that they can report losses before the end of the year? Watch, they're gonna buy in real quick and then sell right back out real fast. Like they're like, oh, we took losses. They're gonna try and somehow claim losses here. I bet you. But that only works if price goes down though. So let's see here. So 154. That's a big jump there on AMC. GME increased. Well, let's see if GME. I don't even know if GME increased. It went from 108.390 million. Whoa. It's like really big. What the hell? Oh my God. No shit. I mean, this is big. This is like the biggest thing that has ever happened. Holy moly. Okay, so it was 108 million shares were being reported owned by institutions yesterday. It's now 149.499 million. That's a lot. That's a big jump. That's a really big jump. All right. Well, there you go. Institutions are jumping in now. Institutions are reporting 33.48% ownership on GME. That's still a little bit on the low side. You usually, I've kind of mentioned this on occasions before, but I think you really want to kind of see institutions kind of like the magic number is somewhere between like 40 and 60%. A little bit less than 40 and maybe a little higher than 60 is okay. But that's kind of the sweet range for retail, because what that means is that they're going to help protect price movement because they're owning shares. They don't want to lose money. So, but you don't want to have them so invested into the price that when price does start to run, that if they sell off their positions, that price movement is controlled or doesn't move up as fast because they sell out or whatever. I mean, it's kind of like the sweet range. It's a really good sweet range to be in. On AMC, the ownership right now is at 41.13%. So we've crossed that with today's increase. Or reported increase, we're now into that territory, that perfect sweet zone of institutional share ownership for retail. And of course, we all know that that's well over 100% ownership right now when you combine that with retail. Moving on. What else we got going on here? Oh yeah, we'll take you over to the other page here. We'll take a look at see some of these other screens I'm going to transfer over. I'm beat today, guys. I am beat. I feel like I'm going to come in here every single day telling you how I'm beat, and you guys are going to be like, you're beat every day. What's the difference? I'll be like,
12 hours.
No, 24 hours. Yeah.
Why are you gay?
Yeah, it's okay.
Let's see here. What's next? Options. Options. What do we got? All right. So yesterday, the highest amount of open interest on AMC was at a strike price of $5 with 60,000 contracts on calls. Highest amount of puts was at $5 strike, which means they were buying in the money contracts on puts at $5, and they were buying. There was in total in open interest there was 25.1 thousand contracts, which means they were pinning price, right? That's what they're really attempting to try to do here, is pin the price. So let's take a look and see what it looked like this morning in open interest. This morning, the highest amount of call volume was at a strike price of $5, and it went from that 60,000 to 63.2. Fu, good morning or good afternoon, by the way, since I heard your voice. The highest amount of puts was at a $5 strike yesterday, and today it was the same. It went from 25.1 thousand contracts to 22.4. So somebody was closing out puts. They bought in the money puts and then closed them out. That's how bad they must be needing shares right now. That's pretty crazy. All right. Let's take a look at the option contracts for the next 2 weeks and just kind of document it real quick here. Boom. Got it. GME. Highest amount of call volume and open interest yesterday. I mean, I kind of said that it was at $30, but there was a real close runner up at 25. So I don't know, but just notice it was about 30,000 contracts at both 25 and 30. The highest amount of puts was at 24. Let's go with 23 at 4.3 thousand. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. 23 with 4.6 thousand contracts. Let's see what it is now. Highest amount of call volume in open interest before the market opened today was at a $30 strike with 27.7 thousand contracts. So both some of the 27s and the 25s closed out because the 25s are down to about 22,000. So that was about what I said, about 7,000 to 8,000 contracts closed on the 25s. Highest amount of put volume was at a $23 strike, and that is still the case. It's 5.9 thousand contracts. It's a little bit higher than where it was. So there's still plenty of room here between the 26.46 that it closed at and 30 for there to be a bit of a gamma ramp up. Still a lot of contracts there that could potentially close out or execute positions before the end of the week is over. I have no idea what that sound was. Moving on. Oh, let's take a look at the option contracts as a whole for this week and the next 2 weeks. I had one of my coworkers at the hospital, or somebody who's working there. I don't even know who he was. He came up to me. He's like, "Oh, okay, welcome to working here. And where did you come from?" And I was like, I was doing YouTube videos. Know quite how to say it. I was like, I don't really know how to like start that conversation with people. It feels weird to me. I just don't like. It's a weird conversation. That's all I can say.
Conversation.
It's what?
And all the hookers down there loved him. He had these beautiful golden curls.
Size.
Oh, you're cutting in and out. I can barely get.
Yeah,
Is it me?
I'll get back with you.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's see here. Taking a look at Ortex. Today on Ortex, there was 1.32 million shares borrowed for AMC. And that's going to raise that estimated short share interest of the free float to 14.33%. The cost to borrow min is at 0.54, average 1.18, and the max is at 3.56. Let's take a look and see what happened to utilization and a lot of other our numbers on AMC day over day. You can see that utilization has been rising from 25.08 all the way up to 30.66 now. On loan amount increased day over day from 50.55 million shares on loan to 54.47. We're seeing some big leaps and bounds here. Take a look at that interesting candle we've got on today. That is just a really wicked looking candle there. Let's see here. The estimated short share interest of the free float rose from 14.08 to 14.27. The on-loan average age per day dipped again. We went from 51.32 days down to 47.77. We want to see that dip another day. so that we know that we have a 15 calendar day, or not calendar day, I'm sorry, 15 trading day time frame on which we should see price spiking again. Security lending volume increasing day over day from 4.99 million shares up to 11.42, so a big jump up on that security lending volume. A lot of option contracts getting traded off. Taking a look at GME. Total amount of shares borrowed today, a return of about 1.09 million shares. It's going to cause the cost of borrow to be at 0.54. Average cost of borrow is 1.49 and max 3.96. The total amount of short share interest on the free float's at 8.58%. Let's take a look at what some of these numbers look like on the bigger screen here. Here's utilization still dropping on GME from 29.05% to 28.53%. The on-loan amount day over day decreased from 47.59 million shares to 46.7. The estimated short share interest of the free float as a result will drop, and it went from 8.7 down to 8.65. On-loan average age per day still increasing, went from 59.87 to 59.96, and the security lending volume increased from 1.58 to 4.45 million. Orders by Fidelity customers, AMC and GME are the only two I'm looking for on this list. I see neither of which on here, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It just means retail is not doing a whole lot of buying or selling in contrast to other things that are out there in the market, which is okay. MMRI was 290.94 this time yesterday and is now currently at 296.17. We are just absolutely seeing the amount of risk in the marketplace just massively increasing. And, yeah, those rates are rising. The VIX fell today. Is currently at 14.02. I was kind of expecting to see that to trend upwards because I kind of felt like we might see the market go on a little bit of a downwards trend. And indeed, the market did go down, but the VIX went down too, which is unusual. The spread between the 2-year and 10-year bond yields yesterday was 0.082, and today is currently at 0.166. So we had a big spread. I think didn't CPI data come out today or something like that, and so that's probably why we saw this big change in the bond yields earlier this morning. Did somebody correct me if I'm wrong? Was CPI out today? Let's see.
Yes, it was. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. In October, the consumer price index for all urban consumers rose 0.2%, seasonally adjusted, and rose 2.6% over the last 12 months, not seasonally adjusted. The index for all items less food and energy increased 0.3% in October. So that sounds to me like we've got rising CPI data. That can't be good. Here comes inflation back. All right, next, what do we got going on here? We got VIX.
Well, because they don't have to cook the books. They don't have to cook the books anymore, Casey.
Right.
So you're going to see those numbers are going to start growing because they're going to tell the real. Apologize for my interruption.
No. You're right. You're absolutely right. That's the real. I encourage all you guys to jump in there and throw out a comment or two because I mean that's true. It's what's happening. Is we can show the real books now. Elections are over, so. VIX futures are 1453. The VIX is at 1402, which is suggesting the VIX should be moving upwards in the future. Nikkei is currently down 0.26. Hang Seng is up 0.72, and the Nifty 50 is down 1.12. I really can't see everything that I like to normally see when I go through some of these charts because the market's closed, but NASDAQ looks like it was down 0.26, Dow Jones up 0.11, and the S&P 500 was up 0.02. This has got to be aftermarket hour numbers because I don't think the S&P 500 was up today. Was it? I don't think it was up. Those have got to be aftermarket hours. Yeah. Oh wait, the SPY was up today, 0.05. Huh. Okay. It's a little bit off from what's showing here, but whatever. 3,980 decliners to 2,276 advancers. The market was more declining than advancing, even though it finished up for the day. Let's take a look at our sectors. So sectors that were not doing so well for the day today. Looked like there was only 3. Utilities, that's healthcare and technology. Everything else was green. Of the Mag 7, we had 5 stocks that finished in the green today. Financial institutions that have... Yeah, I can't even read this one off because I can only read after market hour stuff here. So, looks like financial institutions took maybe a little bit of a beating today. Nothing too crazy in the aftermarket hours. Gold is currently down 0.22. I am on a 1-hour time interval right now. Let's look at that. Trending down. Gold continues to trend down right now. And silver is trending down as well. Let me get rid of this because that broke out a little bit earlier than what I thought. This almost looks like a descending parallel channel on gold or on silver, which is probably the same case on gold, maybe. Well, I see it more on silver. If that's correct, if this is a descending parallel channel, then we probably will see a breakout on silver at some point. Maybe? No. Yeah, it's not a descending parallel channel. There's something else going on here. This is this is breaking an ascending parallel channel on a 4-hour time interval. That's what it is. It already broke. It already broke past it when it hit. When was this? 11.5. So quite a few days ago, back on the 5th or the 6th, silver was on a trend. Was trending up in an ascending parallel channel, and then broke out of that right around that the 6th, and has been continuing to trend down ever since. Where's the stopping point on this? It's either going to be somewhere right around 29.64 to somewhere between 28.22 and 29.64 is where I would kind of expect to maybe see a little bit of a period of support, maybe. So looking to break 30. Ethereum Classic is currently trending down. It finally broke that ascending level of support. And is continuing to trade underneath that. On a more current time interval, it is trending up. The U.S. dollar is up 0.08 and trending up, and it's back up above 104 again. Continuing to just really rock it up here. That should mean the market's down. Oil was up 1.46 in the aftermarket today. It closed actually even today, so kind of some upwards and downwards movement. It was really a bunch of consolidation. Consolidation with volatility. Mortgage-backed securities today were up anywhere from 0.09 to 0.15. Mainly it was in the aftermarket hours where it had gapped up and then trended down most of the rest of the day. But the gap up in the pre-market was so great that it didn't close in the negative. SPY up 0.05 for the day today, and a lot of volatility throughout the day. Look like there's some really big downswings that started around 1400, maybe 2 o'clock Eastern. What did the VIX look like? What is the VIX looking like? The VIX is back inside of the The really long wedge that I've got drawn out here. Oh no, actually dropped down to the bottom side on this wedge. This is surprising. Very, very, very surprising move here. I'm not sure what broke here, but I feel like something broke there back on the 6th when silver started dropping. Was that around the same time that cryptos started running? The 6th? Let's see. Yep.
Maybe so.
That was right around the time crypto started running. Pump the crypt.
Boy, did it.
Yep. Doge's, well, we'll get down to that here in a second. IWM today was pretty much a down day by 0.99%, and it was trending down most of the day. And that is one of the largest holders of AMC shares. IWN was trending down for the day today. Tesla was up 0.53, and really it seemed like it was just consolidating. Most of that upwards momentum happened in a gap up in the pre-market. Amazon was up 2.48%. What almost looks like the inverse of IWM that we just looked at a minute ago. Doge up 7.08%, still continuing to trend upwards. Bitcoin up 2.99%, continuing to trend up. GME is down today 1.42%. It was up for the most part of the day and then started coming down around that same 1400 time, and then ended up closing the day down 1.42%. HYMC down 2.44%, trended up. NCMI is up 0.3, was trending down today. It was down 1.48% today. Hood was down 3.3% and trending down throughout the day. And AMC was flatlined, closed the price, but was up most of the day. And then again at that 2 o'clock time came trending back down to close out the day even. Inflow versus outflows for today. We had approximately, it was just about 2 million. It was like 1.8 million shares more, or dollars more outflow than inflow. Volume of 20.29 million shares traded. That was really big volume compared to what we've been seeing. I mean, the 3-month average is 9.05 right now, so that's a lot of volume. On a 4-hour time interval, we have more selling pressure than buying pressure with an RSI of 55.39, which is above average, slightly above average. On a 1-hour time interval, more selling pressure than buying pressure with an RSI of 50.87, which is average. On a 30-minute time interval, more selling pressure than buying pressure with an RSI of 46.56, which is just slightly below average. And on a 5-minute time interval, equal amounts of buying and selling pressure with an RSI of 47.86, which is slightly below average. Ichimoto. Boogers. Lagging line is all over price line right now. Now, I just want to mention that there's some candle wicks in here that are exceptional candle wicks, and I don't know if I would necessarily say that that's all that terrible. Really, you want to just see that lagging line staying above the meaty portion of a candle, and the body of the candles, and so it's okay right now. Conversion is above base, but the problem is that today's price movement at 2 o'clock, knocking us down to the base and closing us below the base in the aftermarket hours, is really kind of a sell-off sign to most investors. I can almost guarantee you that was very, very purposeful. They probably need shares really bad, and they would probably love to see some shares getting poured back in, so they probably want everybody who bought back in back over in this time frame over here to start selling off their positions for stop losses. And if that's the case and we have 450 call options that see that price isn't going to continue to go up, then they may want to close out. If we see those call options closing tomorrow, we will see that price drop back down into that 430 to 440 range before the day is over. In order to keep this a buy signal going into tomorrow, we need to see price back up above the baseline, which is going to be around like 465 or higher. On a 4-hour chart, Actually, I'm going to write that down. 465 or higher is what we need for tomorrow. I think we're going to see a little bit of a
That's
pullback.
fucking crazy.
What's that? What's crazy?
Sorry, I was on a hot mic.
Okay.
It's not the first time Casey's been called fucking crazy, so
Yeah.
don't feel bad.
Yeah, I didn't even bat an eyelash at that. I was like, okay.
Like, whatever. Yeah, what can I do for you?
Yeah.
And he's like,
Can
hey,
I help
fucking
you?
crazy. He's like, yeah, what do you need, man?
You rang? Lagging light, you know, I wonder that sometimes. I wonder about like if some of my coworkers ever watch these videos and like what they may think of me from when they watch them. They go like, what is wrong with this guy? We hired him.
Well, you'll notice if they treat you like pretty much normal, like they would any other garden variety new employee. But if they stumble upon your video, say 4 months from now, you come in and they won't make eye contact with you and they go the other direction when they see you coming, or they avoid you in the break room, you'll know that they've stumbled across the videos.
Yeah, I'm still in that
Or
like
if you run into any apes in the
I'm still in that phase of like kind of feeling everybody out kind of thing, you know, like just trying to see what everybody's like and knowing my place and position kind of thing. And so
find your place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still getting there. Any suggestions? How do I do that? I'm such an awkward person in real life that that it's hard for me to I don't know, sometimes I just don't feel like I belong.
You just own it, man. Say print the jersey and wear it.
Just be yourself.
I'm awkward, man. Just say, look, I'm awkward, but I'm glad to be working with you. You know.
Yeah.
And then touch yourself.
Yeah.
Yep.
What? That's not okay?
What are you looking at? Freak?
Basic rules. You know, if you feel the urge to scratch your
Depends on
ass,
your position.
don't sniff it afterwards. Stuff like that. You know.
Should I?
Yeah. If
should
you
I do
fart,
that?
do it really loud.
Should I adjust the package and like make like direct eye contact?
Yeah. Well, you just do the head bob, like, "What's up?" You know.
Hey,
See
do
something you like?
Yeah, do you like what you're seeing?
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. Lagging line is all over price line on the 4-hour chart. Conversion's above base, but price is all over conversion as well. This chart actually doesn't look bad to me. There's nothing that really screams. I mean, we want to see the lagging line above price line, which it's not right now, but it's going to be going into tomorrow, provided price doesn't hit anywhere around like 450 or lower. So if we can maintain price where it's at 456 or higher, this chart actually looks really decent because we don't have another green period coming up to where price would want to move down through this cloud here until like midweek next week. So there's nothing crazy bad about this. What we want to see tomorrow though is we want to see like a 460. You know, it's the same numbers I have for the 1 hour, 465 or better. We want to see that. We want to see a 465 close would be ideal. So I got that written down. I think that's all I got for you guys. What else is going
Tell you
on?
what I want to see. I want to see super microcomputer go
Yeah.
in a death spiral Friday.
Yeah, SMCI. You heard
So
about
they
that?
filed that they would not be able to meet their requirements to file their annual,
Yeah.
correct? Yeah.
Now their bonds are due.
3 days.
Their bonds are due as soon as they go on the pink sheets. 1.7 billion.
So I don't know how this isn't becoming a much bigger deal. Like, why is it that it's like just seeming to be okay?
Yeah, and get to the rat killing, Casey. Why is Nvidia up like 0.5% today? Why is Nvidia not falling like the fucking Hindenburg with flames and the humanity? How does somebody explain to me why that's not happening?
Yeah.
Oddly enough, it was Hindenburg research.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Hey, Pebbles. Tell him to suck a donut.
Wow.
Is that how you get in? That's how you get on the inside. I need to bring donut. I feel like bringing donuts in might be the winning.
Oh fuck! I would never do that.
No.
Oh god.
We're talking about
I've
nursing
seen,
staff. They
I've
would
seen
love it.
pictures.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking. That's a military thing.
You don't do it.
That's a
Yeah.
military
Don't do it.
thing. You don't do that. You don't do that. And for those of you guys who don't know, there's
I'll give you
like
a
story.
tip, man. I'll give you a tip.
Bring
All you
coffee.
gotta do is look at it. Look at them if it's awkward and say, "Do you have time to talk about Amway?" And then just maintain eye contact and
Wait
don't
for
say
them to
another
break.
word. The next person that speaks loses. Just look them straight in the eyes and say, "Do you have a moment to talk about Amway? Isn't your break coming up?" And don't say another word. And then after they get through floundering around like a fish out of water, just kind of laugh and give them a smile and say, "I'm just kidding, dude.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding." And then see where that goes, man.
Tell them that you stacked 3 of those chocolate donuts on top of you before you put it back in the box.
Yeah, don't take anything yet. You're like brand new. Don't buy anything. It's
Don't.
Like, God, you're trying to kiss ass. That's what it's.
Yeah.
Yeah, but isn't that like don't people appreciate
No,
people who are like nice at work? I mean, it makes it for a nice environment. No.
No.
What?
No.
I feel like this is like the opposite. This seems like
That's more of
bad.
a sales thing.
You don't go out of your way. You don't go out of your way to try to make relationships. But if you find yourself with the opportunity, then you strike while the iron's hot. If you find yourself at the candy machine at the same time trying to get a Snickers bar, then maybe make a nice comment.
Don't make any comments. Don't even. No eye contact.
If they're nice to you or they shake your hand, just say, "Listen, since we've already broken the ice, do you want to come back to my place afterwards for drinks and the movie?" Or
Yeah, there you go. In fact, I tell you what, bring those donuts, and when somebody takes the first bite of that donut, tell them it was pretty tight.
Just laugh.
Yeah, just tell them it was tight. Yeah.
It was tight.
Yeah.
It was tight.
Every time you meet somebody new, just look at them and say, "Do you know who I am?" You don't know who I am. You don't know who I am, do you?
It was a tight fit, but the frosting helped.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm glad I had an extra pair of scrubs when I did it.
If you're gonna take donuts, then you need to say, "Hey, in my other jobs, I knew that the new guy always had to bring donuts, so I'm the new guy. Here's the donuts." And that's it.
Yeah,
that's it. Don't go out of the way and try to kiss ass. That's like a flag of like, oh, this guy, something's wrong with him. He's trying to warm up to us.
See, I feel like that's like, I mean,
He's a plant.
So you think being nice is like a red flag, is what you're saying?
Too soon, yeah. If you come in too soon, try to be nice. Yeah, something is going on here with this guy. He's not trustworthy.
Yeah. You don't want to try too hard. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, too soon.
No, what you need to do is play undercover boss. See if they fall for it.
Oh, right? Yeah. Just be like,
You
hey,
ever seen that TV show?
don't tell anybody else, but you've actually been on camera this whole time. see what they say.
Donkey Kong said, look across the break room and say,
you don't
"Hey,
recognize me, do you?
I have an extra peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwich if you're hungry."
Did you really think that they would hire a guy with a beard like this at a hospital? But don't tell anybody though.
Well, you could always take the mysterious route. You can take the mysterious route and just look at them and say, "Man, can you believe that you can be in witness protection program and get a job like this?" And just leave it hang there. Just leave it hang. Just float that out there, and then let the rumor mill take over. Let it spread the word that you got your job as part of a witness protection program, and then you can start dropping little clues as to you're like the mastermind of some criminal organization. Yeah, I would go with that.
This place is a lot cleaner than the place I worked at Rikers.
You know what this seems like? We're gonna have our squeeze, and they're gonna make part 2 of the movie, and Casey's gonna be that part 2, the one that works at the hospital. They're gonna interview him.
Max Dog says, well, they only watched about 30 or 50 of your videos, and it's like, out of 50 of my videos, they're on the wrong channel. You gotta multiply that by like 100 at least.
Yeah, they're gonna take you in for insider trading because it'll be like, this guy knew he even got a job at GameStop.
Well, I can't say anything. Never mind.
Well, sir, I gotta hit the rack because I gotta get up early. I'm glad got to hear you tonight.
Well, I'm glad you found out Spirit's no longer going to be a competition for Delta anymore.
Well, technically, they never were.
Hey, we shared a terminal. We shared a terminal. We were getting there.
They were so bad that Allegiant kicked them off the tarmac.
Oh, man. I'm telling you, I knew they were going bankrupt, though.
Just remember, I know you got to go, Captain. I know you're busy and all that, but just remember all of those. I'm doing air quotes now. Customers that Spirit had. They're yours now. They're yours now.
Yeah,
so
that's
before
right.
you celebrate the demise of these guys, just remember,
yeah,
they're coming to an airplane that you may have to fly sometime soon.
You know, some of us poors got used to that nice terminal, and now they're gonna be flying with you.
Right. Now you got all of them. Yeah.
We're like those San Juan Capistrano birds that probably just go back over there.
I wouldn't shake hands with any passengers for like the next, I don't know, month or two.
Very nice. All right, guys. Talk to you tomorrow.
All
right, Captain.
Later.
See you, Cap.
Casey.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give us the address to the GME that you're at? We want to send some Aunt Jemima.
No, I don't
Can you find out how much the value of these Aunt Jemima syrup bottles are? You can do that.
No.
We'll find out. I'm gonna call.
You could, but that's a little stocky, don't you feel like? It's a little stocky.
Well, that's how I am. I am stocky.
Yeah, that's very.
That's me outside your window right now.
Yeah. Oh my
Look
gosh.
outside your window.
Yep. I thought I heard some buzzing drones out there.
Yeah, that was. Damn it!
You should be aware that Yucca spent the entire day calling every major hospital in the Texas Pflugerville area, lodging, asking to speak to someone in human resources so he could file a complaint against a new employee. He didn't know which hospital to target, so he just did all of them. Every single hospital in Texas today.
That's so funny.
Got a human resources complaint against someone named Casey Shaw. He's like, I don't know which one it is, so I'm just going to carpet bomb them. Sooner or later, he's going to get called into the carpet.
Yeah, they're going to put a memo out. There's this creep calling. Ignore him.
Oh, man.
I got to get you back to streaming somewhere, right?
Yeah. Yeah, let's sabotage Casey's job so we can get him back to stream.
Yeah, I'm like, look, this guy's managed to get himself a decent job, or we're going to go out of our way to get him fired before the first paycheck. Yeah.
I have to go back in and see my dermatologist on Friday because I'm still bleeding out of my back after my operation was last week Monday, and it's still bleeding. And it's not much. It's really kind of small, but now they want me to come back in on Friday, and I'm supposed to work Friday, so I'm already having to ask them in the first week if I can like be late to work, and I'm like, I don't like that. I hate that, but there's not really much I can do about it.
Doesn't exactly reflect well on you, does it? Yeah.
Pull your shirt back and show them. Hey, look.
What can I do though? I mean, it's just like I can't
not
go.
And they understand that. They understand it. Yeah, it's not like you're hungover. You're not calling in with the brown bottle flu or nothing.
Yeah.
Look, you know, of course, I lost my virginity today, and as far as YouTube streamers, you know that, right?
Who you did? You fired up?
Yeah, Papa Mac had it. Papa Mac had it. Yeah, the backup to the backup. KC has always been our favorite bar to drink in. Our cheers. We always fell back on Papa Mac as a place to go, as a redundancy, and in a true military fashion, we had a backup to the backup. Was my sorry ass. You know, Papa Mac had an emergency today. I don't know if you're aware, but he was streaming, and his mother fell in the bathroom, couldn't get up, couldn't walk herself. They had to call the fire department and the ambulance, and we have yet to receive an update I'm shifting into serious mode here from we haven't heard back from Papa Mac as to the well-being of his mother. We all wish her well.
Yeah.
But as a result of that, I was kind of shoved into the out in front of the bandstand, if you will. And so I picked up the torch, and we did the best we could all the way. We tried to carry the stream live all the way through to you, came on at 7, but my battery went and died on one of my devices. So I died at approximately 6:30. But yeah, man, I'm no longer a content producer virgin. I'm a full-fledged streamer now, man.
Congratulations.
He talked for 4 fucking hours, Casey.
I did.
Wait.
What else am I going to do, man?
What's new?
Yeah, that was just my introduction. That was just my introduction monologue, man.
That's funny.
Who said that, by the way? Who's that? Who's throwing punches? Is that you, Banaki Kong? No, who's that shit? Oh, okay. I'm keeping notes over here, man. Somebody's talking shit about me. I'm keeping notes. But no, we did what we had to do in order to continue with our tradition of gathering, and we couldn't wait to see you this evening. But I couldn't wait to share that with you. That was today's events.
Well, nice job.
Now,
yeah, there you go.
Did you have any shills?
You know what was worse, Casey?
What's that?
No, we didn't have any shills. We had a scientific experiment. Yeah. I took a gummy every hour on the hour.
We did. Pirate, the guy in the morning. That was all of a sudden we got like a couple of people complaining.
Papa Mac on Papa Mac stream. Yeah, on Papa Mac stream, we did indeed have. In fact, there was a bunch. There was like 5 or 6 new names. Some real nasty. Yeah, a real bloom, if you will, like a sudden wave, like the old days.
I feel like that's when you know you're doing something right. When you start getting those shills that just like show up all of a sudden. Because I mean,
same old
over the target.
Yeah, right.
Casey, you know those fancy charts you have up all the time?
Yeah.
Well, Pirate didn't have charts, so we had to look at him all day.
Yeah, we don't have any of that. Yeah. Charts. Who needs charts? Who needs charts? Hey, look, man, you get what you pay for.
He stepped up in a pinch. He did great.
That's good. Johnson B Street says, "What's your channel, Pirate?"
Oh, the same as always, man. Pirate born 200 years too late, man. It's the same old thing.
I think if you guys see him type something in the chat and you right-click on his name or do something with his name in the chat, you can see his channel.
This is true.
So, Pirate, if you just
the problem with that is those guys were giving me hell yesterday or the day before, and it was Dynamite, and I never changed my name. And Dynamite called me Captain Gummybeard.
Yeah,
he called me Captain Gummybeard. That was 2 days ago on your stream you were doing, or in the evening, but whatever. I changed it just for the fun of it. So unfortunately, you won't be able to use that. You'll have to do the Captain. You'll have to do the old pirate born 200 years too late.
Right click on his name on the side of the little dots.
Who's in this April 17th video that you posted up here?
And I ain't got a clue. I went through Mrs. Pirate, who's had me under operational security. She didn't want me to divulge any sort of anything that would dox us. I went through some videos we had just to put some content up in an effort to get the channel running, so that if the day ever came that I was going to have to step up to the plate and help, that I would already be there. So I posted just a few brief videos of stuff that we took at the farm, but there's no content there. There's absolutely no content of. Oh, that's just something that we started. I played that on your stream 4 years ago, man. Yeah, that's a beauty. That's a beauty, though. She's some crackhead that's singing the song. Yeah, and yeah.
I remember that. Yeah, one of those boring nights. I just left a little gift for Pirate, and I think he still has it.
yeah. That was just kind of special to me. But the rest of those are just short. Yeah, that one there. Yeah, here we go.
The Mermaid Hunter on final approach for landing.
Yeah, that was just that kind of touched me in a special way. So I saved that one, thought I'd share that. But the rest of those, I think there's a short video of some helicopters coming by the house and a video too of the sailboat. But there's nothing other than a few 30-second clips. I just felt I was compelled to put something up there so that people would know they found the right place for the live streams. But yeah, there's nothing of any particular interest in any of those. But at any rate, the whole idea was that if for whatever reason you got hit by a missile, then we could go somewhere else. And over the time, that's born. It's shown that we were well prepared in military fashion. And Papa Mac has done a great job. It pales in comparison. It's never going to be the same as the original Coke, but we were enjoying ourselves. And in a moment's notice, he was like, "I'm gone." And I was like a deer in the headlights. I'm like, "You got to be shitting me, right? I really have to do this." And I felt really uncomfortable and really nervous, Casey. I was very anxiety ridden. That's why I probably over medicated with the gummies. But it's because I knew that everyone could see me. I'm not particularly camera shy. It's just that I felt a little inadequate because I didn't have any charts or anything technical. I didn't have anything to bring forward in terms of the stocks and all of that. So I might have been a little bit overwhelmed, but I wanted the people in chat to have a place to listen to us. So we just kind of hung out and chewed the fat for hours. And
I don't talk about this very often, but I think that there was, at least I can probably count on one hand, probably 4 times that, and it was always right before I was supposed to come back on or right before I was supposed to start the live stream where I had like a panic attack. And like just I know it sounds like really stupid, right? Like you go like, why would you have? And I honestly couldn't tell you why.
I appreciate you sharing it with me. I appreciate you sharing it with me because that's how I felt. And look, I didn't let it stop me. I mean, it reminded me of the old days when I would try to sing. I was like, I don't care. I still have to do this because we have no place to go today. Thank you, Nana. But that's how I felt. And it's foolish because I've been with you guys for 3 or 4 years, and hell, I run my mouth nonstop all day long. So you're like, what's the difference? I'm like, the difference is you can see my face. And for whatever reason, that gave me butterflies. But no, I just wanted to let you know. I just wanted to let you know that this fantastic little garage band that you have assembled here over the past 4 years, we refuse to stop. This train's not going to stop. No one monkey is going to stop this circus.
That's right.
And Papa Mac was an example of that today. So I hope you're proud of us.
I am. I'm very proud. You guys got to keep the community going and supporting each other, and
that's what it's all about, man.
Do what you can to just let each other know that you're still in it to win it, because that's believe it or not, that actually does help everybody else to know that there's people that still care. They're out there. And I know that it seems, or maybe even that there's less people here than there used to be. It doesn't change anything, though. There's still so many people that are a part of this, and some people have left quietly, and some people have left only in presence, but not in their position. And it's just because they know that they'll be back when they're back. When things start moving to a certain price point, and then they feel like watching or participating again, they'll be here. But
well, I felt an overwhelming desire to pussy out. I remember thinking, "Oh well, we're done for the day," and then it hit me. I'm like, "This isn't fair." You said that you would be third in the line of chain of command, and if the first 2 machine gunners went down, you would pick up the gun. And I was like, "Man, okay." So, but it made it easier for me because everyone gave me a pass, knowing that I was just, picking up the baton, if you will. But,
like Anna says, we got each other.
Yeah.
She's quoting the song. She's quoting the song right now. That's right. We got each other.
Get by with a little help from my friends, the great Joe Cocker.
The desires of your heart.
Light me out.
All right, guys. I dedicated some time here. I got to dedicate some time to my family.
Thank you, buddy. Yeah, it's 8:15. You stayed longer than we expected.
Don't forget tomorrow. I won't do the live stream because I'm going to be over listening to the One's space call tomorrow, where he has a special guest to speak at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys show up to that, you more than likely will find me there. There might be somebody there. I don't want to give away anything crazy, but there might be somebody there that could potentially help us. And so, yeah, I guess I kind of gave away a little something right there, didn't I? It isn't him. But yeah. So if I can be there
before you leave, if I could interrupt you, I got a little breaking news here for everyone.
Yeah.
Papa Mac just sent a message. He says, "Mom did not break anything miraculously, but she had 4 staples in the back of her head where she gashed it open, and probably at least one night in the hospital."
Ooh.
So for those of you who were there when the ambulance arrived and were there for all that drama, you'll be pleased to know that Papa Mac, his mother, for the most part, seems to be out of the woods, despite some staples. So there you have it. I can't think of a better way to wind up a long evening than on that good note.
Thank you for that.
That's great to know.
Oh, you're welcome.
Awesome.
You thank Papa Mac when you say him. The message just came in hot off the presses.
There was your wife, and then his mom. They always come in threes,
Yeah.
so we got
come in
another
threes, man. So yeah,
and
absolutely.
luckily they've been turning out okay as an end result. So maybe whatever this third crisis will happen, and it'll turn out okay too. But something else is going to happen here. We got another crisis coming. It seems like maybe. If you're into believing in it,
I feel much better now.
Yeah, I know, right? Hey, but just know that it's going to be okay.
I had to quit the stream earlier when Papa Mac was on because I had this urge to be very inappropriate.
Yeah.
And now that I know his mother's well, I'm much better, so I can do it now.
Okay.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Fucking right in the pussy.
There it is, man. That's the censor content. We come to know. He's like, too soon? Is it too soon, or can I do this bit now? I love it, Papa Mac.
Man.
Or, excuse me, I love your sense of content. You never fail to bring the goods with sound clips, man. And I'm sure Papa Mac will laugh when he hears that. I promise you.
That was. I kind of felt bad watching his stream, like you said, with the he had the picture up in the corner showing the street view and
the Missouri weather cam.
I didn't want to watch because if you saw somebody getting rolled out there, it's just I just didn't want to watch. So I actually turned off the stream for a while.
You left us in the trenches. Damn it!
Yeah.
That's something a Canadian would do.
No, it just it really felt.
He's calling you a coward, man.
It felt intrusive. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Somebody else come in and said, "Is there any way you can turn that camera off?" And we didn't. We had no ability to do that. They said, "I think we're encroaching," and I said, "No, it's his weather camera, which is really his security camera for his driveway." I hadn't even recognized it. I was so immersed and engaged in chat and then trying to run my mouth. I didn't even notice that there was a fire truck and an ambulance in there until somebody pointed it out and said, "Is there any way you can remove that in order to give him some privacy?" And I'm like, "Remove what?" And then I looked up, and then of course after that, the rest everyone knows. But all's well that ends well, man. It appears that she's got some staples and probably have a headache, but I'm glad to see that she's going to be okay. It's good news.
Mm-hmm.
Positive, yes.
Stressful, man. Fucking stressful. All right,
guys.
I know Casey wants to go.
Thanks, Casey. I really appreciate it, man.
I'm tired, and the hydrocodone
Thanks
is
for
kicking
giving us
in real
an
good
hour or
right
so
now.
tonight, man. All right.
Thanks, Casey. Good night, everybody.
Yeah. Last words? Anybody? Any last things you'd like to say?
Oh.
Fuck them. I'm holding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold. I'll hold for another day. I don't
You
know.
got something?
I'm taking it one day at a time. But
Yeah.
I'll hold tomorrow.
I don't have anything to do at least till the weekend's over.
All right, guys.
Yeah, this bunch.
All right, I will see you Friday night. I'll come back and do a live stream Friday night and
Right on,
close
man.
out the week.
I don't know.
Think of all them dumps, big massive dumps.
All right, guys. Take care.
All right, see you guys.
Well, as usual, all good things must eventually come to an end. Eat, sleep, drink, get plenty of rest. Tomorrow's another trading day. Spend time with your family, spend time with your friends. Take your pets out for a walk because they like getting outdoors too. And for crying out loud, go see an AMC movie. There's plenty of great movies out, and that's what we're here to do, is help support AMC. But above all else, don't have a good night. Have a great one.
Jerry, hi, ho. Schwab that deck, get off my neck. Content strike and got me a check. Rope a dope soap, hi, ho. Jerry, why so mad? Ain't got no money, ain't got no honey, just really plain sad. Jerry, are you okay? Are you okay, Jerry? Ooh, touchdown, had to let you go. Over leverage with compliance and shame. Touch yourself, cause you got no game. Let's say, why are you so mad? Oh, hi ho. Jerry, why so mad? Ain't got no money, ain't got no honey, just really plain sad. Jerry, are you okay? Are you okay, Jerry? Ooh, touchdown, had to let you go. Over leverage with compliance and shame. Touch yourself, cause you got no game. Let's say, why are you so mad? Oh, hi ho. Jerry, why so mad? Ain't got no money, ain't got no honey, just really plain sad. Jerry, are you okay? Are you okay, Jerry?